Welcome back to Morgan's video blog, Morgan's online blog in video format. Today, in honor of the Thanksgiving holiday in the States, I'm taking a short break from my final Worldcon Concealed panel write-up to give thanks for all of my blessings. So, 20 things that I am grateful for in 2020. While 2020 has been a pretty rough year for most of us, I know that many of you have had it far rougher than I have. My heart goes out to all of you whose lives have been touched by the pandemic. Illness, lost jobs, isolation, election anxiety, or more. Meanwhile, my life has changed a lot less than I imagined it would. My days have been filled with day job and my nights with my writing. Plus, a lot of online conventions needing staff. I've been going to the grocery store about every month and a half with the occasional farmer's market trip and not much else outside of my household. I've attended 3 very small outside gatherings spread across 5 months. And then 2 weeks ago, I topped off my groceries and my gasoline in preparation for the holiday and have stayed completely home, seeing no one, going nowhere. And so it was that I found myself in almost tears of relief as I drove to visit my mother for Thanksgiving and found myself counting my blessings. So, in no particular order, here are some of my blessings. 1, I have a mother who is alive and has been staying isolated and healthy. Secondly, my mother is within driving distance, so I don't have to try and fly and risk all of that and bringing anything to her. Thirdly, I have a job. Fourth, that I can work from home. 5, I have a home that I can comfortably work from, which I know is not always the case. 6, I live in a safe, quiet neighborhood. So all of those things I definitely don't take for granted. 7th, my health. My health has been staying pretty good. I sprained my ankle, but if that's the biggest complaint I have, that's not much. I have family and friends that love and support me. 9, I get Thanksgiving and the year-end holidays off completely from work without having to finagle for them. I've had jobs where that wasn't the case. I have family members who have worked shift work, retail, or in hospitals, and I definitely know that that's not something to take for granted. Number 10, I've managed to keep my other obligations in November light so that I've been able to keep up with NaNoWriMo. I know that there's plenty of people out there who can't rearrange their lives, who have other stresses and obligations that just don't make it possible for them. So I recognize that's an advantage I have, a blessing. 11 is I finally got to meet my newest puppy brother. His name is Charlie, and he's a French bulldog who was born basically the first week of the pandemic. So it was super exciting to meet him. Number 12, I am blessed because I have a father who understands both my day job stresses and my writing complaints, because he's a writer too. And not just complaints, he enjoys my triumphs as well. 13, I guess this is sort of self-referential, but my blog and my vlog are both having their best years ever, probably because I'm home and giving more attention to them than I may have in the past. 14 on my blessing list, whoop, there we go, is that very few of my friends and family have been directly impacted by the pandemic, either with illness or job loss. So knock on wood that it stays that way. There's Vaccine and site. Don't know if that made the list. Number 15, I have a very supportive twin sister who is my ideal alpha reader, and she helps me out. So I'm very blessed to have her. 16, I'm blessed to have high speed internet where I live. It makes both my job and virtual conventions possible. 17, I am grateful for the wonderful and supportive writing communities that I found. Write by the Rails and Spilt Ink are my two local writing groups, plus, of course, my local NaNoWriMo group. The AuthorTube tribe, hello, thank you. Especially Sarah, who lets me join her Friday streams, and Sako, who usually joins my Friday or Sunday live stream write-ins. The Pitch Wars community, obviously. The Insecure Writers group, the Summit Club. Okay, I could go on for a while. Let's just leave it there so you're not listening to me list communities, because there are so many wonderful writing communities out there, and I keep joining more. So anyway, blessing number 18 is my wonderful critique partners and beta readers who have donated their time and efforts to help me improve and who believe in my stories. Especially Ashley Cass, the book babe. Thank you so much. Number 19 is I get to eat mom cooked food all weekend, not stuff I cooked or heated up in the oven and or microwave. I do cook, just very rarely, and usually in big batches, so then I'm eating it for a week. And number 20 for my 2020 20 blessings that I'm grateful for. Did I mention I got to meet my puppy brother and see my other puppy brother? Charlie is maybe 9 months and Buttons is an 11-year-old papillon. So super excited to see the puppies. And yeah, so next week I'll be back with more writing tips and writerly musings. I hope that all of you out there are having a safe Thanksgiving. And if you're not in the States, having a safe Thursday and going to have delicious food, and hopefully that all of your friends and family, if they are, or you, if you're in a rough place, hopefully that will pass and things will get better. My heart goes out to all of you out there, and I will be back next week with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye.